Hey everybody, welcome to Kastor.com. I'm your host Cleo here for another toy of the day. You can go to Kastor.com, as you can see on the shirt, for a full gallery of this as well as our past archive. You can follow us. We are at Kastor's Corner on all social media. You can catch up on the Cornercast podcast up on Apple Podcasts. Coming back soon. We had some technical difficulties this week, so hopefully we'll be back up and running in the next couple weeks. Maybe we'll start November 1st. And kind of get back to it. And so today we are looking at this guy right here, Human Torch from Marvel Select. I don't buy. I've reviewed a lot of Marvel Selects, right? I don't buy a ton of them. They are out of scale with Legends. I usually get the ones that excuse me. I usually get the ones that I think are going to make really good display pieces. And so, I pick and choose which ones I get because I really think they're really well sculpted and designed figures. So it's really nice to kind of get a figure that looks like this because it looks like a statue. I mean, this could be a Diamond Select statue, to be honest with you. The way it's designed, the colors, everything here. But it's not. It's an action figure that you can still pose. And it's actually two action figures in one. So this new Human Torch action figure from Marvel, from the Marvel Select line from Diamond Select, that we actually picked up at our local shop, Boomtube Comics. You can check them out online. And I thought it was kind of stunning. It was definitely an impulse buy. I saw he had one. He had one next to the thing, and I think that's why I say I look for ones that can kind of really make a display or make like statuesque poses, or that are really definitive for characters. And thing is a little bit stylized, and there's not a lot there to pose out, right? I mean, he would look good with Johnny here. But I don't feel like I need another thing in my collection. It's not to say it's not well designed. It's not to say that you shouldn't go and get it. Just for me and the way I display and collect, it needs to have a little bit something extra, and this definitely does. So you can see he is plugged into his base with a ball joint, so it's pretty posable. And the actual arm can spin in the base, so you can put it in any direction that you want. And it's got a hinge down here too, that you can see. I don't know if you'll be able to see through, but it's got a hinge at the bottom. So you can definitely pose the flight piece any way that you want coming out of this flame. And the flame effects is just stunning. Completely translucent, softer plastic, not the harder plastic that we used to for action figures. Much more of that softer, but still just stunning with the yellow and the red and the orange kind of mixing together down there. Now, Johnny here is definitely tall. I don't know how he would. I guess I have to get the thing at some point now that I've got Johnny Storm. But he is a taller figure, so you can see him next to a Legends. The Select scale is much bigger. He is pretty big. I don't think I have any Select guys in here at the moment. I do. John Wick is always hanging out. So you can see how he stacks up next to John Wick here. So they're about the same height. So they'll look good together. So all the Select lines are kind of in that same vein, same height. So what was I saying by you get 2 for 1? Well, let's start with the accessories first. So you get the Johnny Storm head, you get the fireball hand here, as well as, let's get the shelf out so I have room to put these guys. There we go. It's all about prep work, right? Don't do prep work. DJ found out just how much prep work I do for my videos. He was not happy because DJ does a lot of editing. So you get the fireball hand here. That's hinged. It's not static. You get a fist. You get the open hand. You get both of those. You get fist and open hand extras. You also get the Hand of Doom, I guess is what you'd call it. And that is a really good kind of set of flames, one for each finger, that kind of just goes flying out of his hand. It's a really nice effect. This is the kind of stuff I wish Legends would do more of, to be honest with you, instead of those stupid like pulses and things like that, and those rings, the magic rings and things like that. But that is just absolutely stunning. I think it's a really nice pose to have him in. And I mean, if you have him flying and you have him posed out like that, so it's like those are flying out of his hand at you. I just popped his hand off. That's okay. So you can put both fists on there, and so he's ready to fight. Really good figure. So now what do I mean? He's got these little flames on the sides too, mostly reddish orange, translucent plastic. It kind of fades out to the top of the head. He's got little extra added flames all over his body. Now here's where you get 2 for 1. The original Human Torch was not Johnny Storm. He was an android. And so you get the alternate head, which is the android face, which has no actual kind of eyes or mouth or anything to it. And he was not part of the Fantastic Four. He's got a Fantastic Four symbol on the chest. So how do you make this classic? Well, they gave you an extra little chest button here that you can pop right in. It is done like in an L shape, so you can make sure you put it in the right way. So you lose the Fantastic Four logo and you gain that, and you have a classic Human Torch, which had a cameo in the first Captain America movie. A little nod to the fact that he's in that time period, also that he played Human Torch. So I thought that's a nice touch. So you can make your own little Human Torch display with this guy here. Or you go back to the Fantastic Four. Now, I will say the Fantastic Four logo does clip in much better than the additional one. I think it was just kind of glued in, so it's got a little more tackiness to it. It's got a little more like grips on it that kind of hold it in place. You can also hear some of the creaking, and I think that's due to the kind of the material they use. So the translucent, completely translucent figure, all the translucent plastic, it's a little bit harder. It's not the softer plastic that we're used to with this stuff. It's a little bit harder, so you're going to see some creaks and things. So make sure you keep this figure, you know, away from humidity, away from kind of varying temperatures. I'm sure it will not be good for the long-term life of said plastic. But I think this is a really stunning figure. Not just because it's translucent, but because of the accessories, the design of it. It's not completely smooth. He's got the pencil lines to kind of show he's on fire throughout. I'm not sure if they'll come out on pictures, but they're there. Single knees, single elbows, not double here, but I'm okay with that. He's got good hip articulation, good waist, good head articulation. He's just really, really well done. And I always wonder whether or not I'll regret some of my purchases, and this is definitely one that doesn't fit into the normal collection, like Legends and things like that, but definitely fits into like a definitive look collection, or my select collection, I guess, that has a much different feel and look, a more realistic one, and I think this really captures it. So you can check out a full gallery of this up on castorscorner.com. You can follow us. We are at Kastor's Corner. Catch up on the Cornercast podcast. New episodes coming next month. Yeah, that's all I got. So 301, 64 more videos. And I think right here, my list here has about, I don't know, like 35 or 40. So I need another 20 toys. So I just got to collect another 20 toys, and I will be able to get to 365. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel. One way down below. The more of you that subscribe, the more cool things we get to do, and then we get to share them with you. And that's been some of the most fun of this. And as we say every night, Jaxie, we miss you and we love you, and we wish you were here. But we will see you tomorrow night for another Toy of the Day here on castorscorner.com. Have a good night, everybody.